we come under budget over everything. The fishing tournament is the only one.
I'd like to call the Village of Wolverine Lake Parks and Rec Board to order. Can I have a pledge of allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Schwartz?
Here.
McCain?
Here.
Longbray?
Here.
Jeremini?
Here.
Ingram?
Here.
Lindman?
Here.
Bog?
Here.
What's the new member's name?
Naughton.
Naughton? Okay.
Here.
In Carrico.
Okay, so you're hiding on me.
Seriously, what's your
Diane will be here in
You're
5
hiding on
minutes.
there. The chairs are tall now, right?
It's so tall. Tall one in here.
We need to add an item to the agenda. Do you want to?
Sure. I move to add budget review under new business as sub-item A.
Can I get approval for
Approval.
change?
We should also add scheduling a park walkthrough. New
I
business.
didn't know. Okay.
B.
So adding, so can I get approval of agenda with additions of the budget and park walkthrough?
I'll make motion. Approve.
I'll second.
All in favor? Can I get approval of minutes from the March 19th regular Parks and Rec meeting?
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I get approval of March 11th work session meeting?
Make a motion. To approve.
it. All in favor?
Aye.
I have no chairperson report or communications to the board. There's no public. New business? Oh, wait, did we put the budget there?
Yep, we put the budget in new business.
I don't know how. Did you get the budget? I assume she wants to make sure we want to keep everything the same.
Yeah. Generally, what do we
Yeah,
want to make recommendations? Do we want to add? Do we want to reduce? Do we want to add any items? Jen did call me today to explain a couple things. So I heard you guys mention the fishing tournament.
Yeah.
We did not go over on that. What happened was Mitch had never cashed the check from the previous year's fishing tournament, so when they issued him a new check, it was in a new fiscal year, and therefore it got applied to this year's account, but really a bunch of that was from the 2022. Well, that's why in 2022, 23, there is no financial activity in the fishing tournament line item. So that's just what that's why it looks like that. But we were fine.
Okay.
In terms of some of the things that Andy's requested for the appropriations in this Department 750, the bike path boardwalk, he's reduced that to $3,000 for this coming year because he feels that it's in a lot better shape than it's been. That's the last line item in that section. Previously it was $7,000, but he feels pretty good that for this coming year, he won't need to spend quite so much on that. And then in a bigger request, he wants to request $25,000 to do improvements to the baseball fields because they are not great right
Yeah,
now.
they haven't been maintained in many years.
So that's something he wants to request, just so we're aware.
But for next fiscal year
For the
budget,
24, 25
budget,
budget,
yeah,
yeah,
that makes sense.
starting in July. So yeah, he'll be requesting that, explaining that to council, probably at the work session in May. That is on the master plan to eventually do work on those at some point too. I don't know quite what he's thinking, but we'll get a little more detail at least in May from him.
Yeah, I assume all the wood that's around there has to be.
Some of the bleachers or benches, and then just really getting a new edge on the fields, getting out some of the weeds out and everything else, probably laying down new dirt or new sand, because that stuff is kind of just, after time, it's been years, they just wear down. So he's got those things. Obviously, for us as well, we're going to have the large capital expenditure that's not here for the playground, and that'll probably be about 200,000 because a little less because we spent a little bit, but depending on what the quote is, or the bid comes, what the bids come in at, we'll have a better idea then, but we'll adapt to that. And then anything else we want to request or determine. And we can also, when we do our walkthrough and stuff like that, we can look at the park, see what we think maybe if we want to spend more money on something like that as well. We can do that too. But I think for today, maybe looking at the events and determining, are we happy with those budgets, and going from there.
Do you think there'll be any money allotted or enough to be able to try and repave the, like where the basketball is, and to do that?
Well, we're getting that, if I understand correctly, we are getting a quote for that by our engineer to include in our paving project for the roads.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see. I think there's going to be some discussion on how we want to approach resurfacing, at least the blacktop. Andy has some ideas, whether or not to do a full grind or to just kind of bore out the cracks, fill those in, and then resurface. I think there's going to be some back and forth there. But certainly, the council is aware and has accepted that that has to be a much higher priority than it has been for future spending. But it all determine on what people come back with. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything I would reduce or give back at this point.
Would we want to add 5K as a permanent line item, or just keep it?
I don't know. I mean, we
I think it
can,
makes sense to have it as a standing
I mean, this is our, what,
Third year. So I
Third
think so.
year.
It seems to be pretty,
So, yeah, I
Well,
mean,
it's been
I'm cool with
popular,
that.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that if, but where have we been taking that money from?
Other events.
Other-
Yep.
What line item is that?
That's 007 under Park and Rec projects. So it's currently at 3,000, that one, which we have not even come
Yeah,
close to.
it doesn't really, it's not really a lot,
Right. Well, now
because
we're-
most of it pays for the chip timer, and then donations, so it's not a big,
But when you look at, in terms of this, it's just you have to request. This is not how much does it cost. This is how much it costs, period.
Yeah.
Not how much revenue we bring in. So that's sort of like the corn roast. Here it says we spent $8,700. Well, that's not what it actually
Yeah.
costs because we took in revenue.
right.
So it's just more of what is it going to cost up front? Then we'll take some back in at some
Right.
point. But
So probably about 1,500. Because you figure about 700 for the chip timer, and the shirts are about the same.
And then we have to cover 200 for the dog show out of that same line item.
And then we have the holiday decorating contest.
That, yeah. Good
So
cards
maybe
for
we
that, too.
do want to make it a
yeah, line it out,
Yeah.
split that out to 1,500. And then let's say we keep the other events at 2,000. So
what other events?
so that we have that, should we want to
Oh,
have?
yeah, right.
Because we don't know. What
Right,
might come up, and other ideas as well, plus the dog show, and anything else we might want to do. But since, as you said, the 5K essentially pays for itself. It is, it's a neutral activity. A lot of our activities are neutral.
So do we want to make it a standing item then, event?
I didn't know if it
Do we have to, vote on that?
No, I would just say we recommend that to Jen.
Okay.
And that way, for future, so
All
when she's
right.
putting this budget,
Okay,
this budget together, shows us to add that as a new line item
okay.
in the budget so that it's on its own. But now that it's a regular thing and not a,
Yeah,
let's see if it works kind of.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
If there's anything I would remove, it's the bus trips line item.
which I think is kind of,
There's not much.
There was activity in 22, 23, it shows $392.
I don't know what bus trip that was.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
If it was then, that was probably the zoo trip. Yes. The 1,500 for the zoo.
Yeah.
I thought that was free. Wasn't it?
Yeah, but the tickets cost money,
Oh, okay.
so.
I didn't know it was $1,500.
We had a
trying to
we had a zoo trip in
remember.
22, 23.
When was it? You were on that trip.
I went to
Kelly,
London.
We went.
no, because Kelly and,
21, 22.
No, we went.
Or 2019.
Kelly, yeah.
No, Kelly didn't go.
No, I went to the zoo in 2019.
No, there was like, I don't know.
No,
10 of
but.
us.
Oh, did I not do that?
Tom and,
Tom and Linda were there.
With their grandbabies.
Yeah.
The two boys.
But we had a bus for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, was that
We
the
got the
DIA
free
one?
bus
No.
via through the
Zoo.
county.
Okay, right. Yeah, too bad we don't have that anymore.
Does the county still have one?
There was nothing in it this
No.
year.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Nothing came through when they did the parking lot and all that. I mean, the ramp program and all that.
So are we going to delete the bus trips then?
Might as well until.
I don't think there's any, well, if we're not going to have any
Right.
money included in it, I
No.
don't think there's any need to.
If we even do a bus trip, we can always just pull it out of other events. We do have 2K for next fiscal year if we choose to do anything. Granted, I think it's going to be a little bit more expensive than 2K unless they bring back the free bus program.
I think the bus, when I checked last year for the leprechaun hunt, we would have had to charge like $50 a person to cover the bus and, everything else that went along with it, the gifts and prizes.
Yeah, that's what we did.
And it just didn't seem
Eastern
like somebody
Market.
would pay $100 a couple to go down. Like,
And-
might as well go get a limo, right?
I thought you were going to get a party bus.
I've been trying to get a party bus.
Get the village to buy a party bus? Is that what you-
We can make some revenue.
I swear, every year I try it, and I just there's no such thing as discount bus trips anywhere. Yeah.
Any other discussion? Budget? Easter Bunny lunch. Turned out well. Did we,
Oh, wait, we got to schedule the walkthrough.
oh, sorry, I didn't.
We should do that tonight. So nice out. So, usually it's not nice when we do that. It seems like it's always crappy when we get a walkthrough.
Can we do it with a cornrows meeting too?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when is that? When is our next course?
We don't have.
We don't have one.
Oh, okay.
Like the week of the 13th, maybe? Something like that week?
Well, our meeting is the 15th. I mean, I don't,
No, our
Meeting is the 20th.
I thought it just said,
The 20.
Oh, I might not be here that day.
Oh, neither.
this is,
I might not be here. I'll probably not.
Yeah, this is next meeting, 20.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not going to be here.
Can we reschedule our May meeting, maybe, and do it on the 13th, if everyone's available?
I don't know. I have to check with the administrator.
I'm available.
Well, just we're not available. They can handle it.
She's worried about
oh, you're not.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss more than I wanted this year too.
You are?
Oh, yeah, quite a few of them. So that's why.
You're not supposed to say.
Loose lips sink ships.
So, what's the 27th?
It's Memorial Day.
Yeah, that we
We can't do it the 13th, we have to check. We
have to check,
the
right.
availability of the.
Can we do it the
Everyone be
21st?
available if
Can we do it on Tuesday?
I'm gone 17th through the 22nd.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be back on the 21st. But,
Does it have to be a Monday, or can we try and choose a day that works for everyone, and we just say, can we reschedule our monthly meeting?
well, we just won't be there. Everybody else, are you going to be here? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, they can do it.
Find a meeting.
Oh, for the corn roast. Oh, yeah.
No, no,
Can we
no.
do virtual? Can you?
No.
Oh, No, I mean for the cornrows,
Oh, for the corners, we could do anything.
not for a meeting.
Technically, no.
Well, we were talking about doing the walkthrough and the cornrows meeting at the
You
same
could do a
time,
work
right?
session.
Which could all encompass it on a meeting day? That's a long.
That's a full day.
Yeah, it's a full day. We need a whole day for that.
It's hard to get back here, too.
Yeah, so,
The 13th.
well, then we could do the corn roast meeting a different day, right?
We can do the corners whenever, yeah.
Yeah, so then we can do the corn roast and the walkthrough at the same time, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we can still leave the meeting 20th, I just won't be here and you won't be here.
So how about the week before, the week of the 13th? Is there a day that works for everybody?
I'm pretty open that week.
Want to do like Wednesday?
I could do Wednesday, I'm gonna be.
The 15th?
Thursday. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm available.
Yeah, that'll work.
6 PM?
okay.
I won't be able to do that, actually.
You will?
No, I can't either. Yeah.
How about the 14th?
I'm
14th I
available.
can do.
Yep, I'm totally
Yeah, I
available.
can do.
14th.
Can you
I
do
can't get
Mark?
there till probably 6 though. But I can, I mean,
Six is fine.
That works.
to
Six
start
is
the
good.
walkthrough and then do the cornrows, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't be there the 14th.
You can't be there.
You've garden, don't you? Yeah.
How about
Are we
the
talking about the
13th?
walkthrough or rescheduling the May meeting?
No, the
Well, I'm talking about the
walkthrough.
walkthrough.
Okay.
13th I will be with.
What about the 13th?
Anybody- Can anybody do the 13th?
I can do the 13th. I can do the 13th.
I can do the 13th.
I can too.
You do the 13th?
Yep.
It's my daughter's birthday, so I'm not sure
Oh,
whether we'll be doing something on her actual birthday or not, but
oh. You might end up doing it
I don't want to
after.
commit at this point.
I
The big
understand.
2-5.
So 6 o'clock on the 13th?
Is that it?
13th, right?
13th, right, Monday?
6 o'clock?
Walkthrough.
At Claire Miller.
Yeah. It's 6, right?
Yes, 6 o'clock.
It's 15th, right?
Gonna do a rain date?
Not right now.
No, I'll bring an umbrella.
Yeah.
Didn't we have to cancel one because it was storming or had tornado warnings or
That was
something?
a
We did have
Oh,
to
that was a
cancel.
cornrows.
We did have to cancel our first meeting during COVID when we were going to do it at the park because it was like just cats and dogs
Yeah.
and 40-mile-an-hour winds. And it was like, well, you know, you get caught in the rain, get COVID, either way, you're just not great. So let's just cancel the whole thing that day. We pushed it a couple days out. Okay.
Easter Bunny luncheon, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Nope, it's all cleaned up and put away and everything's sealed up in plastic bins. There's some animals that's been in there, so I asked Dave to see if DPW had set some traps and stuff in there. Told him we had the food all locked up now and shouldn't have any problem from that point on, so he said, you know,
So when you mean lock up there in like the sealed bins, is that what you mean?
yeah.
So did you just see their calling card or did you actually see the
Oh, they left
animal?
calling cards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got into the
Oh.
coffee supply. I mean, that's. that
Oh.
was
Oh, so they're
really what they got into.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're going to be like,
Sweeteners.
oh,
Yeah, they eat the sweetener now.
not the coffee,
Not the sugar.
not the
Not
sugar?
the sugar. Yep, the artificial.
Well, they're going to get sick.
So- Well, maybe we'll
stuff
need
is
to
just
stop
tested.
that.
That's cancer, that stuff. Okay.
That's not gonna happen. So I have, speaking of storage, I had your stuff from the Buddy Lunch.
Yeah,
there,
thank
and then
you.
your 5K stuff is pulled out and by your
Oh,
stuff as well.
great,
So I
cool.
went through it. I think I found everything.
Thank
from
you.
5K there.
Thank you. Yeah, just saying.
all the signs that were hanging at,
Yep.
Yeah, I found one
Yeah.
at my house when I was looking for some open signs. I go, oh, there was that missing one that I had last year. I found it.
Was the bubble liquid?
Oh, the bubble machine. I gotta check the bubble machine.
Yeah, I mean, the liquid looks like it's still in there. It didn't,
Okay.
it didn't leak out all
Okay.
over, but,
I just gotta make sure they're working.
yeah.
Yeah, because that one year we had one that didn't work. Which I still have in my basement. Thinking maybe if you plug it in, you know how sometimes you hit it a few times and it starts working. Jiggle the cords a little bit.
Anything new on the spring garage sale?
Flyer's been posted, and it's being mailed out last week, so. people should start
Got a
sending
sign out front.
Yeah, I pulled 3 banners out of the storage area, cleaned them all up, and I kind of rigged that one with those, they're green, but they're almost like those driveway stakes that we put in for the snowplows. So that zip tied them to that, and it looks like it's holding up okay. I'll see if the wind takes it down or not, but I figured to put them at the electric sign and here and Clara Miller, the 3 of them. So I'm gonna go buy a pack of the bamboo posts so that I have enough for all of them. Use 4 of them, so.
So you were able to
Easy.
remove whatever you needed?
Yep. Yeah, that didn't have dates on it. It only says call
okay.
Yeah.
the office for information.
Oh,
That didn't have
okay.
dates.
Okay.
Yeah. So I pulled those out because instead of doing the bunny lunch, it's a whole year away. I
Yeah.
thought I would try those, but those look good and didn't have dates, so. And the 5K doesn't have any banners like that. And so I guess the corn roast would be the next one I'll pull out and see if I can get those coming down.
We've got Tuesdays in the Park ones too, I think, so.
Oh, okay.
there should be, I think so.
We used to hang it over the pavilion, I thought. Yeah.
Well, we have a huge one, but we also have
but
small
that was
ones.
more
Oh,
sponsored.
okay.
Those are sponsored, like
No,
the
we got all
Penny Lake.
kinds. Yeah, there's a bunch of ones in there that we should look through.
Would we want one to advertise the 5K?
I don't think so. We got the boards. I mean, I don't really think we need to.
Yeah.
You seem to fill the event, no problem.
You know,
Anyway, so.
50, I think we had like 60 people
Right,
last year. No, I don't think so. I don't think we need it. I think
I
we're
think a lot of
good.
that spreads by word of mouth from runners.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're advertising on whatever website he has us on, so I don't know how many people have registered yet, but because the invite just went out, I think a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw that in the village.
I think a lot of the time we have a lot of walk-ins that if it's a nice day, they walk in and pay the extra money to like have it. But the kids' bubble run will be first, so that'll work out okay.
So the next is the 5K, so is there
Is Kyle interested in donating?
I'm sure.
Can you check with Spencer Roofing to see if they want to donate for me? Okay. That's all I need, I'm all set. I did the run yesterday, so I know where I got to clean up. There's like pine cones like everywhere in a certain area, so I'm going to have to clean those up. So I'm all set with Blue for the DJ. I'm all set with the warm-up crew.
Do we have to check with the police? Did the police have to?
I just have to let them know the
Oh,
date.
okay.
They already know the date, but I wonder if, well, I'll just email them to make sure they've got somebody available.
And then
But thanks for the reminder. I didn't think about that.
And then, did you have to, have you decided, are you going to buy extra larger shirts? Because that was an issue.
Well, if they don't put the size down, I'm just going to order larges.
Okay.
They'll just get a large. They can cut it up, or?
I wrote notes from last year. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
that we ever went over them, but because I was doing the
Oh,
sign-in
yeah.
sheet, so just because I won't be here next month to go over it.
Okay.
I don't know that we had a kids registration list. Like, I think there may have been a couple names, but
Oh, I
How
don't
did
know
they
if we
register last
did.
year?
I don't think,
Well, they had already registered previously.
they registered, but we didn't have a check-in list. I don't
Yeah.
think we did.
all I have on here is kids register, so I don't
Okay.
remember what that means, but.
I don't
it
think
was-
Because not everybody came to us, right?
You
I
checked them
did.
in, right?
Yeah, and we didn't check any, unless they signed up the day of. There was no
I don't
need
think
for
we-
them to come to even
I
see us.
don't think we did, like,
Well, we gave
check
them,
in.
yeah, we gave them.
They got a medal, and they got candy.
With the signs, or the numbers were
Yeah.
for the adults, or
No, the
the,
kids got
No,
little
we
tags.
made numbers, yeah.
Yes.
We made numbers for
Yes.
them.
but not with the chip time or anything.
No, no,
So I
just
didn't-
little
I didn't-
numbers.
Yeah, I didn't handle any of that. I didn't have any of that.
That's
So,
why I have the note down.
were you, did you check in last year? I can't remember. Did you check in?
Yes.
You
I was-
two checked in.
Yes. Both of us did
Yeah.
last year.
Okay. So should we, do you
Because I
think
don't
we should
remember-
check in? We probably should,
I think
right?
so, at least have like a.
Do a kids check-in, like, line?
Something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea. I
So
didn't
how
even
did you
think
give
about
the kids
that.
their numbers? I don't remember. I didn't give out.
I don't remember. I just made up numbers and pinned them on for them.
Maybe you did it just before they ran or something.
No, I made them.
I meant you pinned them on when the kids came to.
Yeah, I don't.
To run, yeah.
I don't.
'Cause I didn't-
Unless maybe
I don't even
Linda
think
checked it. Maybe Linda. I'll have to ask those guys. Maybe Linda or Donna.
No, I remember writing kids' names on
Okay.
things to hand to them.
Yeah, I don't think that we did. I think we'll have a kids check-in.
Okay. Shirts on website, because I think, but you've already addressed that. Pre-registration have to do waiver in advance of sign up. Was it like half and half people were doing?
We tried to have them do the waivers. I'm not sure how Paige and Tabitha did that.
Okay.
But yeah, we could check up on our check-in. It would say
Well,
whether they had the waiver.
when they came to pick up their shirts, they signed the waiver the time when they picked up their packet. But the ones who picked up their packet the day of the race,
Yes.
did they not sign the waiver?
It was like, I
We
don't,
had to have them sign the waivers
Yeah.
when they came to pick them up.
Right,
yes.
yeah, that's usually how it works. If they pre-pick up, if they pick up the day before, then they'll sign the waiver. So you may have waivers to sign.
Yeah, we had
still.
waivers to sign.
Yeah.
folders would be helpful if we had one for waivers, one for signups.
Okay.
One, a bubble runners list, et cetera. I think
Okay.
our papers were getting all
Yeah, 'cause we just
jumbled up,
had
and the
like
guy
a
came over and asked us
box.
for something, and we're like, well, here's a stack of papers, basically,
Oh, okay.
so just,
And so I'll have a QR code for the map.
yes. And I think we just laid those out too, so people could take
Yes.
pictures when they came up.
I think a lot of people used the QR code, didn't they?
Yes, yeah. I think that's it.
Okay, thank you. So you need you need 3 folders.
Yeah, whatever.
One for the waivers, one for the sign up, and what was the other one?
I had
Kids.
bubble
Kids.
runners list.
Kids, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you need any more volunteers or?
I'll have to go through that. I think the same volunteers are on board, so I think as long as we're all, are you available on the, Amanda, are you available on that day, Saturday, the 27th? Is that 25th? 25th?
You're out of town still, right?
Or
Oh,
the-
I thought you were saying you're
Are you here?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'll contact Bonnie if she wants to be. She helped out last year, too.
Oh, great, yeah.
I'll contact her.
And the other thing I noticed about that 5K is, you know how we made that big pot of coffee? Afterwards, everybody kept coming up and wanting coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So, should we charge for coffee?
We did, well, we had snow cones and all
$1?
that
I don't
too,
know.
but we didn't charge for
Yeah, I
snow
guess we
cones, so-
won't.
It gets messy.
Yeah.
It's Memorial Weekend, I'll be around.
You will? Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay.
I may or not be here. The plan is to not be here, but that could change if the weather's crappy.
Well, this is a rain or shine event, so.
Yeah, I know, but for me-
Thankfully, it's been nice every year. And with our weather, hopefully it's going to continue to be nice.
I'm scheduled to go to a mayhem party / my birthday party, so
Oh, when's your birthday?
May 22nd.
Oh,
So
to
But it
know.
may change because if the weather's, we're not going to be opening the pool, so.
Yeah, got it. Yep.
Anything else?
Nope, okay, all set with that.
Okay. Is Tuesdays in the park, Kathy?
Got the dates all set, and until May, I'll go and check, or the 1st of June, I don't need to check with the supplies, because I can just order. But we had a fair amount left over, I'm gonna just get the syrup.
Is that in the storage unit, or is it?
The syrup should be, we originally left it in the storage unit.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it should still be in there. It's just a matter of checking the supplies. And I won't need to do that till the end of May or the 1st of June. I can check it when we're doing the 5K when I'm there, because the storage unit will be open. But that's it.
And was the July 16th the climbing wall?
Yes, and that's when they're doing the, I believe, the nature.
Yeah.
I believe.
I think it was the 16th.
Yeah, I have to, but I don't remember those other times. This is this year's, last year's. It's last year's. The climbing tower is the 16th, yes. And then the chaos and commotions on the 13th of August, and the first one's called the kickoff. And that's got some use lights.
Which one is the nature one?
The nature will be with the climbing tower
Okay.
in July. That's it. All right.
Is it like what time to what time in the evening?
Each 5:30 to 7:30.
Okay.
We're usually there, some of us are there about 5, and with the cleanup, we're usually there till about 8, just
Right.
making sure it's cleaned up. But the actual event is 5:30 to 7:30.
Dog show.
Well, me and Linda hung out. We put our little brains together and came up with a game plan for the dog show. Just kind of outlined everything that we kind of went over. There are definitely some things on here that I would take anybody's input on just to make it like more fun. I don't know how much the trophies are, but we're only at like roughly, like I put a total of $143.16, so we're under the $200 for the budget. We are gonna do an online registration. I just didn't know if we should be like having the people pay or they can't pay online registration. Am I correct with that?
No,
They can do an
yeah.
online and pay? I didn't know if
Well,
they could or
It
not.
has to be through the
It's
village.
through the office.
Okay, and that's how we usually go about doing that type of thing?
Yeah, that's the only way we can do it.
Okay, perfect, that
Right,
works.
am I correct on that, Mark? It has to be through the village?
Yeah, technically. Through my Venmo.
But
They register
then,
online, and then they come to the office to pay their fee.
And
No, you can pay
No,
online.
they
pay
can.
With a credit
online.
card.
Yeah,
Yeah, you couldn't,
There's a
but yeah.
$2
Yeah, it's
convenience
pretty
fee or something.
Okay, okay.
$2 fee for a $3.
I don't know if you want to do, I don't know if we should do that, or do we accept doing a cash thing the day of? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Do we collect cash?
collect cash.
Okay, then that could be an option too. I don't know what would be more convenient. I don't personally feel like I would pay $2 for a $3 registration.
Right, no.
I'd rather just pay the day of. I guess we'll just kind of state that in the digital flyer, I guess.
That we can,
Yeah, and then the day of, walk-ins that aren't registered pay $5. Would that even make sense at that point if everybody's choosing to pay cash the day of? You know what I mean?
Well, you could say either pay in person at the village or
Okay.
the day of, right?
Okay.
They can pay if they're just that lazy, they can pay the.
Perfect.
feel like
In case they don't want to pay the fee.
So our ideas were every contestant will receive like a doggy bandana with like a cricket stamped like Wolverine Village logo on it for participation. Got some ideas for that. My girlfriend has a cricket. We said we'd do them. So I thought that would be cool. And I think 40 would be nice to start with, because then whatever we don't use, we're not going to
to put a year on them or anything. We can just reuse what we don't next year. The foam boards are, like it says, just for signage. I'll just hand do them or print something off and, put it on there. I just didn't know if maybe adding to the signs a fifth one for, just for like a couple rules, keeping your dog on a leash, why they're not participating in the competition. Yeah, pick up after your dog, please, things like that, yeah. So I figured there's room to add a fifth one, I probably will do it. I looked up the reusable runner bibs because I figured we could reuse them for all types of stuff. You can just have the dog's name and the owner's name, and then the judges will be able to identify them. And
What are they being judged on for this show?
okay, it's coming up.
Oh, okay.
If you flip it over, the categories are on the back. Most cutest, I didn't know if we should do a scale of 1 to 10 or meet a certain criteria. 10 is like the cutest dog you ever seen. I think ugly dogs are cute too, so I don't even know how we would be able to judge that, but like, I give every dog a 10. Most obedient, just like your main commands, sit, stay, shake, how many out of those are they able to complete, and then talent showcase or any tricks, I think it should be timed. I figure 1 minute and 30 seconds sound about too long or enough, or
I don't know.
you feel like that's, I don't want to be sitting there letting them, one person gets 5 minutes, the other one's it's got to be a time limit.
Well, I think when they do tricks, aren't they pretty much immediate?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would think a minute is more than enough.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
would say a
I
minute.
don't know, there might be some talented dogs out there, I don't know.
I mean, usually it's pretty quick, right?
Sure. And then I was thinking if we should have like a grand champion of like audience choice of some sort as well. I don't know, or we should just stick to the 3 categories.
I think that's kind of a cute idea.
How would you?
Just like
Clapping.
clapping, like a noise meter.
Yeah. So we wouldn't necessarily let them know that until everybody's there, and then we
Right.
would let the audience participate and pick what they think their audience choice
I like
pick
that
would be.
idea.
So
I think that's kind of
But
cool.
what would the audience choice be? Would it be
Between
one
the
of these
3
categories, or?
Between the 3 categories, grand champion from those 3 winners? Or
the
the
most
whole
ugly?
dogs?
I don't
All
know.
the dogs registered, yeah. Might be a lot of dogs to judge by.
Yeah, that would be a
applause.
lot. What if we get like 20 dogs or something? That would be a lot. You're right. That would have to be narrowed down.
Maybe you just draw a name, and that can be like draw a dog's name out of a hat,
Or
and he could
out of
be the
your
grand
3
champion.
whatever the one wins for each one?
Yeah.
Then you
That
let the
would be
audience
fair that way.
choose, maybe.
Like a best in show or something?
Sure. I'll think about it. What?
I like a best in show.
Best in show.
Yeah, I
thought
like
that'd
that
be good.
too.
It's like
And then the
a dog
audience
show
can
always
say,
has a
decide
dog
which of the 3
grand
they really
champion.
like it.
Yeah. All right, so I'll probably add something like that in there. And then we thought the celebrity judges would be really cool. I just put some people out there. Me and Linda were talking about, like Linda and JR from Glengarry. I could ask them. The deputy chief, so people can start to recognize his face and get to know him. He's able to like get his face out there and mingle with the people and get to know us. And if he loves dogs, then I'm sure he'll hit it off with everyone. I figured maybe somebody of the new owners of Penny Lake, because we use them so much, and they've rebranded Penny Lake completely. I love what they're doing on social media, and the store looks great, so I thought that would be cool. Or if we had any favorite like local groomers, or our favorite like veterinarians, or any like pet people, enthusiasts, or anything like that, I thought that, I don't know, like a 4-panel judge makes good sense to me. 4 people, or should it be an odd number?
It should be an odd number.
It should be.
Odd number.
Even though they're scorecarding them and it's not just like what they say or what.
I don't know. I
You know
think
what
an
I'm
odd
saying?
number would probably be better.
So we should just stick with 3, you think?
I think the 3 you picked are good.
I
Okay.
think
Glengarry and Deputy Chief, and then Penny Lake.
You might want to have a backup in case one of them doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Sure, sure.
Well, if one doesn't show, you just pull a rando out of the audience.
Yeah. So the categories, sponsorship and donations. I reached out to Lil Nels, Stan and Kathy Mack. They live in the village. Stan works for Pet Supplies Plus. They're going to donate some stuff. Heidi Shar, she's another villager. She'll probably be donating some stuff. We were going to solicit for maybe some Pup Cup certificates from Dairy Twist. I'll solicit Penny Lake to see if they want to add anything to our prizes for the dogs. And then I was wondering if anybody knew, we were trying to look through the feed on the village Facebook page, but I feel like, does anybody you think in the village maybe make dog treats or something? You know, like homemade dog treats, and they would want to do that and donate some for all the dogs. So that would be a plus. The 3 would go home with the trophy as well.
Does she? She does a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah. Jen might. Ask Jen.
And then under the rules, I just had like all dogs when not presenting to the judges must be at least at all times. And just some stuff that's like non-purchase items that we'll be using that day will come from the storage, just like long tables. I know we have Linda said we had some tablecloths in there. We're gonna do something to like mark off distance from the stage so people don't, like give a little bit of, space. I don't want everybody just like close up, and encourage people to bring their lawn chairs too. I don't know if that'll be successful or not, but we'll put that in the flyer. I feel like, I don't know, does anybody have any questions? Anything that I missed? Anything that I should be?
Us volunteering, Molly.
Oh, yeah, I did put it on there. I don't know what that entails or what we could do or.
Yeah, I think we had talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have a
To
little
try and
stand
sell it
open
out
and.
through the window.
Yeah.
Okay, cool,
storage
cool.
room.
All right.
So
Yeah.
do you keep
Popcorn
the
and.
prices the same like the corn roast prices?
We don't
keep-
usually
So that we could
charge.
reuse those
Yeah.
menus, or will we need to come up with a new menu and price list for this?
How much what are we thinking, like, in terms
Or
of?
just giving out popcorn and snow cones?
Popcorn, the easy stuff, not like
Okay.
bratwursts and hot dogs.
No,
but
no,
just
that
would
just
entail a
the
whole other-
snacky kind of stuff.
So say that would entail
Maybe
a
get
little
popcorn,
later
chips.
work.
Yeah,
Water.
popcorn, chips, water.
Dog
Yeah.
treats.
Just
Nice
dog
chicken.
Don't want to get it mixed up with food. So that kind of stuff, so we could get just use those menus
I would
and
just-
tape out the ones that
Just
aren't.
basically say it's a bucket thing. And
Sure,
Yeah,
just
I
makes
think
sense.
We'll figure that out pretty quick.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if they come up to you, if you celebrate it's a bucket thing, and they come up to you and say, how much does something cost?
Right.
We'd ask them to leave.
Yeah.
But otherwise, just keep it simple.
And say you take cards. So the other thing in there, when we're talking about concessions, we have that cotton candy machine in there that nobody ever wants to use ever again. So I asked Dave, it's like, well, what do we do with it if we really decide we're never going to use it again? Can we sell it or do we donate it? And he said we could do either. So I thought I'd get your thoughts on us putting that in Craigslist or just on our website or.
I don't know.
It's
And try and
messy.
get
I
rid
don't
of
think
it?
we want to use it. It's a mess.
We had a fight to get it, so.
That was like 20 years ago.
Well, that's what I mean. I
Yeah,
just don't
we
know how
haven't
much.
I wasn't around when they did it, but I heard it made such a mess. No one wanted to use it.
No, yeah, I've never used it.
There's no
I feel like there's
supplies.
an art
I
to
love
it.
it.
It's like a huge thing in the corner that's
This has to be
taking up
done
space.
outside,
The last time we had to get-
You gotta get
Yes.
You know.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I remember, and it got all over Kendra's house.
If you do it outside, you'll get attacked by bees.
Oh.
That is the problem.
Yeah, I don't think we need it. I think the snow cones and the popcorn, I don't think we need candy.
I don't either.
Candy. Let's get rid of it. Sell it.
Yeah.
Get rid of it and just.
Do we have it?
Maybe
just-
Commerce Township will buy it.
2018 was the last
Maybe
time
they
it was
want
used.
it
Yeah, but
for their like music night or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe I call it
I
an
just
See if
remember
they
going
want it.
All that beast over there.
Yeah, it's
And then,
like,
you know,
bring your
it
truck.
Let them have these.
Sugar. I think I could just either sell it or
Those
give
things
it
are
away.
hard to use. I don't
Yeah, they're
know.
not. Yeah.
Not practical.
But I have a suggestion.
Sure, I love
the karaoke machine. I mean, you could probably get Lou to come and do that event.
We were just kind of just using it for a microphone, presenting and stuff like that, as
Got it.
opposed to entertainment.
Got
It was
it.
just instead of bullhorn or something.
Yeah, okay.
So that we had a mic.
Got it,
'Cause
okay.
there's two actually. so-
Sure.
Were you thinking of doing anything like, people love seems to dress up their dogs?
We thought about it because that's how Milford does their dog show. They have the owner dress up with the dog, and then they're
Oh,
just
do
judged
they?
on that category, I think, in that category alone. I just didn't know if, like, it would be too, I don't know, too
Yeah.
many categories.
Well, too much, yeah. For the first time, we were trying to keep it kind of simple.
Yeah.
With the judging and,
Like-
so it's cut and dried, so nobody really
Yeah,
has.
for like the
it's not-
cutest, if somebody thinks about it, they may dress up.
Sure.
Right, and that would be
We did like
really
a
cute.
circus thing one time
Right.
with our cats. when me and my
Right,
sister were
right.
little.
Right.
Even
So,
with
yeah.
Trickiest, they might do a little something together with their owner and dress
Yeah.
up.
We
I
want
don't
to
know. We
encourage them to
can.
be creative and, you
Yeah.
know,
Did you talk to Donna? Did she take Larry that one year?
yeah.
Did she? Did they dress up?
Some of them did.
Yeah.
Larry had like a collar thing on, a bow tie thing,
Yeah.
so I think they probably would.
Yeah.
If
I
we
think
could
they
enter
would.
them and they had the clothes, it would be their first
Yeah.
thought to,
I don't know. I mean,
so cute.
do you think $3 a dog is like not enough? Should we say
I don't know.
$5 a dog?
I
I mean, $5 a dog isn't a lot for a little contest, is it?
We're hoping to get them a good goodie bag with donations. So if that isn't working out, we're gonna have to buy, participation goodie bags, but we're hoping to get really good stuff in there from
Like what?
vendors, like from Pet Supplies.
Right, like-
And the Pup Cup. And the groomers, maybe a coupon, not necessarily for a free grooming, but for maybe 10% off or 15% off, to where they would give it to every participant. And then the trophy would be for the winners of the contest only. And that would be their only prize, would be the trophy, along with their goodie bag.
No, I was just trying to think, when you said that whether $3 or $5, I mean, how much money we really going to spend? That, do you really want to, that's all I was trying to think about. What was-
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like $5 to take your dog for a couple hours for some fun.
I'm
Doesn't-
down to
it seems
charge
very
$5.
reasonable.
I don't
First thing
care.
this one
I
site
just-
says,
What
how to
is
run a
that?
fun dog show. The first thing it does say is every dog gets a prize.
Every dog gets a prize, that's the point.
What do they charge?
This is just a random.
Yeah, we looked at those, but we didn't
It's
go
a
to
new
actually
one.
like Milford to see what they
Yeah.
charged and what.
I don't know.
I mean, we really want to encourage kids to do it. I mean, I think that's,
But
like
most people will
kids'
have
tradition.
one dog.
Yeah.
You won't have too many people that have, maybe you say if you have 2 dogs, it's $3 a dog. Then
I
it
don't
gets
know.
confusing. Then
right.
you're not
Yeah,
keeping
yeah,
it simple.
You register the dog at your address.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down to change it for $5. I mean,
I don't know. What do you
yeah.
guys think? I mean, I don't know. What
Let's
do you
change it
think?
to
I think
5.
that's
But
easy.
then you were wanting kids. Now, do you think a parent's going to shell out $5 for a kid to do?
I would hope so. Yeah, I would all
you
day.
want one dog?
It's the
How
kid,
much
yeah.
How much was that
What do
one?
you think, Brian?
Yeah, $5.
$5?
Oh, I don't know if there was even an entrance.
Was
fee.
there an entrance for you, for the girls?
I don't.
I don't think.
I
don't
think so.
know.
Yes, there was.
I was going to say, I think there was.
See, I wasn't even
too.
wondering why they were even doing entrance
I
fee,
didn't
first
think
of
so.
all.
What did it say?
Really? You gotta
I think there
charge?
was a fee for
So-
it.
There was.
Plus they're getting this
I remember
bandana and
pulling it up.
everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I think $5
is fine.
All right, let's do
Why
it.
not?
Okay. It'll be easy to make change if we're paying at the door and.
So you'll have to get petty
15
cash
ones.
then too.
Yeah, yeah. We'll be-
And I have the cash box.
I think $5.
It was
Yeah,
$3 back
$3.
then.
$3. And that was how
Okay,
many
yeah.
years ago?
Still,
Talking about getting a new one.
Yeah, I know. I was
Yeah.
trying to find
All right.
one. They don't have.
Times they
So
are
they did
changing.
trickiest,
Julia
best behaved, and the
wanted
cutest
one
was their
because
3.
she was a-
Trickiest,
Now you have the
best
different
behaved.
slots. I
Okay.
can find that.
Similar.
But she wanted one, so like when you have like checks.
So how do we, is it going to be like
They
in
don't, I can't find anything like that.
Pavilion?
under the pavilion? Is that where we're going to have it?
Yeah, that's what we're having.
Are we going to have like a little stand of some sort?
Amanda is going to make a little riser.
Oh, that's going to be so fun.
Yeah,
So that they can
I'm
come
so
up on
excited.
the riser and
I don't
do
have a
their
dog. I'm
tricks.
going to fall. My sister's dog.
Well, you still have to come and watch because it's just so fun to
Oh,
watch.
I'm going to be there for sure.
And then I also looked up prices to get like a banner made for this as well, just with I don't know, Wolverine Lake Annual Dog Show is what I put
Yeah.
on here, just so we can use it again.
love it.
But if that sounds good to y'all, then that's what I'll
Yeah.
put on.
We can throw that in there, right? Somewhere? Get a banner?
Yeah, why?
Oh,
Why
yeah.
are you looking at me?
I'm gonna order it.
Because you bought them before, that's why.
Oh, yeah, so,
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at
I
you.
was gonna say Vista Print
This
right now is
one
got a
was
sale.
$28. It had great reviews. It had like 1,200 reviews.
For $28?
Yep.
3 lines? Wow.
Yeah, 2 feet by 7 feet, vinyl, some type of plastic, and then you can pick out your whatever you want to
It's
say.
only
on
gonna be
it.
outside for 2 hours.
Yeah,
so It
yeah.
doesn't need to be that.
No, when she said 75, I was like,
Oh, yeah, they're expensive.
no. I will put a poster board up there.
Wolverine Lake Village.
It's like
It's like
3 feet by 27 feet.
you can get 2 lines out of it.
Just WL.
Yeah, then you'll think it's Walt Lake.
So
Now,
Don't want that.
you do know that I guess you can create the flyer, but all flyers must be approved by upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been talking with them. They got the heads up with the minutes, so they already knew they were coming.
I was sidebarring with Mark just because the only other event we sell food is the cornrows, and I have to get a permit for the day. So I'm gonna just call the health inspector and ask him, like, I'm gonna tell him we're not cooking anything, but I don't want there to be an issue.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Down the road, so I'll see what he says, if we need a
Good
special.
idea.
And maybe we just don't do the popcorn, I don't know if.
So we're
Snow cones
thinking,
is
because I
considered-
want to give them a list, so popcorn, snow cone,
Yeah, okay.
chips,
And
water, maybe coffee? I don't know, I mean, it's like.
What time are we going to do this?
10 of them, well,
11 a.m. is showtime. 10:30 opens for everybody
I'd
to
say we
start
could
showing up
put a
and checking
pot of
in.
coffee in.
Okay,
Yeah.
coffee, water, anything that's like closed bottles, the only thing that we would be making the day of is snow cones and popcorn. Okay.
And coffee.
And coffee, yeah. Coffee, yes. Yes, okay.
And
I'll
if-
call and see what he says.
Yeah, and if selling them is the issue, we can give away popcorn and snow cones and
Yeah.
coffee.
I mean, the popcorn's really inexpensive, so.
I think we might need just probably one volunteer to do the registration table as people come and check in. If anybody wants to volunteer for that.
What else do you need volunteers for? So you need registration.
Concessions.
Concessions.
We're good at that.
I don't do concessions, by the way. I don't know how to make a snow cone. I don't. And honestly, I don't want to know how to make a snow cone. How about you guys do that?
Isn't it just like
You have to do the ice.
They kind of struggle with that.
so
And depending on who's sitting next to you, you may be wearing the
I'll do
Yeah.
something else.
I'm gonna call Julia, she's good for the.
Yeah,
snow
Julia
cones.
will definitely do the snow cones.
Yeah, I just think registration table and concessions. I figure I'll probably be the MC. I don't mind doing
Okay.
that. And then Linda will probably be directing the, rest of the outside
Getting
deal.
them lined up
Yeah.
Do we have like a
In order.
microphone?
Yeah, we're gonna do the
Okay.
karaoke machine.
Oh, sorry, you might have already
Yeah.
said it, yeah. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna start with Jesus Take the Wheel, and then we're just gonna open it up.
Country girl, I like that.
Something behind,
But yeah, we'll have a little stagey stage. We'll make it look cute. I'm excited about it.
So how big, I'm just kind of picking your brain
Yeah,
because
go
how
for it.
big do you think this like platform will be?
We decided just the size of a piece of plywood, a 4x8.
Okay. The reason I asked is I was thinking maybe we could use a platform for the girls that are warming up the runners.
Oh,
Instead of being on the grass, because like at Wixom, they have that stage that they warm, but it's fine. We're not doing that.
They're dogs.
Yeah. Well, their 5K is pretty crazy.
Wixom's?
Yes, yeah,
They also
it's
have-
pretty impressive,
They also
actually.
have Park and Rec employees.
Yes.
That helps.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they do?
So they have real people that work.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
they
know
have
that.
full-time staff.
I guess I didn't notice we were fake.
No, you have
Maybe
degrees
just
in
a
it.
payroll.
AI, you didn't know that?
Could have done a better job.
So I can help with registration.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
I can help too, I assume I will be there.
All right, cool. So do you have anything to add to? You feel like
I think
we're good?
Yeah, I think you covered
All right.
everything.
I'm excited.
We should probably
I
release some
started more excited
funds.
than the dogs.
Since we have some variables, why don't we just raise it to 300? Because it's only $300. And that way, if you guys think that'll be enough, and then also it just need to get a permit.
Oh, sure.
And then that way, we just have a few more bases covered.
Okay.
And we'll have more idea how the donations are going and what we're getting it.
And it's this year's budget anyways, because it's in June, so we have,
Oh. What do we have?
Yeah.
oh, we have play money. Because we spent $300 in that. Like, we're spending $1,200 in years, but, or whatever, yeah, we got plenty, so.
Okay.
I'll motion to release $300 in budgeted funds from the other events line item for the June 22nd dog show.
I'll second.
When you're ready, roll call.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Lombre,
Yes.
Jermini,
Yes.
Ingram,
Yes.
Lindemann,
Yes.
Mock,
Yes.
Naughton,
Yes.
Carrico,
Yes.
Frankovich.
Yes. Motion passes.
Yeah, I just noticed we don't have Naughton listed as a member on our agenda.
Because she wasn't sworn in when you wrote it.
Oh, I get you, okay. So we'll get you next month.
I'm a last minute.
That's why I double checked with her.
Yeah, they swore in on Friday.
Okay.
Okay.
Summer garage show,
Yeah,
still a
no,
go?
it's happening. As far as we're taking it.
It's okay.
We'll see how spring goes.
Fishing contest.
Same thing, it's gonna happen. Yeah, we'll discuss in May with Lakes Area Bait Shop, what we're gonna do, all that. But yeah, other than that, nothing needs to be done at this time.
Corn roast. Pretty much.
I don't have any updates. We haven't met since last time, so, plan to, between now and then, go to Penny Lake, between now and our May meeting, so.
They never did call me back.
All right.
So they probably thought it was too early.
Finally go in there.
It's probably a little too early.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did have a question about the mural. Do we need a chairperson to start that rolling so that we can get the kids involved with that before they get out of school?
Is this going to be a kids-only type thing, or is it just going to be?
Well, that's why we need a
Any
chairperson,
submission. Oh,
so that we
yeah.
can, we can make up rules. We talked about a
Fair.
high schooler.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
And so that we knew that it, and pre-approve of it and
Fair.
things like that before we awarded somebody.
Brian, do you have any contacts with, like, artists that would be, is it your daughter? or-
Well, we're just talking
Yeah,
about
we were
whether we
talking about
need a
doing
chair.
school students
Yeah.
submitting their proposal for a mural
Yeah,
as opposed to professional artists. Is that what you're
Yeah.
asking?
right. I mean, well, you're not just gonna have anybody go do that, right?
I don't know.
I mean, that's gonna be
Well, they're gonna-
permanent on the
But
wall.
I think there should be a
we're gonna
theme,
have
and they should have
mean,
a
they're gonna have
submission
guidelines.
of what their work would be
And
under
then
that
somebody's
theme.
gonna choose. We're
Right,
not
then
just
we'll
gonna
choose.
This isn't gonna be like Banksy in the middle of the night kind of thing.
Well,
But I had a question too. So say we choose, make this up, Diane's granddaughter, not that she has it.
I don't have a granddaughter.
Oh my God.
Okay, and we like
I
it.
never will either.
Now, are we gonna
My
pay
son's
for,
never gonna.
are we gonna pay for that person to paint? Are we
You
gonna?
mean supply them with the paint or pay them an hourly rate to?
Yeah, I don't know. 'Cause
Probably
that- I
cost
think
of
that all has to
material.
be.
Just
I would think cost of materials, I would think the fact that they can put their name on it is the recognition
Yes.
for doing it.
You can add a
Particularly if it's a
Get a
student.
nameplate little thing?
Well, either that, no, they
They
just sign it, they
like
sign it,
that.
like all
Oh,
our,
sure.
but it's just like, I mean, it's, between the 3 high schoolers, if we can get someone to do it,
Right.
and go to the art program.
Yeah, and I mean, they could submit how much paint they think it'll take, the proposed cost of their project too, if you really wanted them to,
So this would go to the high school student.
Right, this would go to
And
the
we're going to
Just high
ask them, we're going to give them a theme for the park or something.
guidelines.
And then they're going to have to come up with the design, and then we vote on the design?
Yes.
Is that,
I think it should
we
be
need to
more
give
of a
them some guideline on
contest.
what the
isn't that
design
what we
should
did
be
with
then.
our logo? I think we did that with our logo. Somebody,
I don't know.
yeah, I think, honestly, I think somebody submitted that.
Yeah, it was.
Wasn't it? Yeah, I thought
That was
so.
a long time ago.
Yeah, I know it was.
I remember seeing it in the newsletter or something. It wasn't me, I didn't.
I think that high school students will really get into it. I know that
Uh-huh.
the seniors get to do their parking spots now, and they do really cute work. A lot of those students are really good artists. I think it'll be fun. But I do look at it from a standpoint of I think it should be a contest, and I think there should be some type of award given with being able
Well,
to do
the award
the-
is that your name is, you were the winner. your
The
name's
award
on
is
the
it's
building.
going on the building with their
The
plaque.
Maybe like a
recognition.
monetary award,
You
like
know?
you pay them to do it, or what kind of
I don't know.
award?
I feel like
Other than recognition, we could give them, the website.
Gift card to Michael's or something, because they're artists?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I guess we
I
have
feel
to
like
have
the
it.
incentive
Maybe
with
we could
teens
have
is
them
like-
work with like a graffiti artist from Detroit. Like spend an
seems
afternoon with a
intense.
graffiti artist. Wouldn't that be fun?
You got
I would do
connections.
that. Yeah, there's all kinds of graffiti
Oh, I
artists
don't
in
know.
Detroit.
But you know, Dave,
But, I mean,
My son does.
like, there could be people who can draw, right, a good design, but maybe they don't paint.
That would be
So
that would be
then I
a fun
guess
thing
that's
for
what we have
us,
to-
right? Hang out with a graffiti artist.
Yeah, I
for a
mean, I
couple
think you
hours
just make
down
it,
in
if someone
Detroit.
wants
They
to do
know.
it.
The kids are going to know if they want to do it and
Yeah.
submit their work.
It's
And it's
gonna
only going to
explain.
last so long.
Yeah.
It's not, permanent, yes, but in the sense, the paint is going to peel, and eventually it's going to have to be painted over, so it's not like.
That one in Wild Lake lasted quite a while. though.
Commitment, for 40 years.
That one in Wild Lake that Val did, yeah, that lasted
I bet they could
quite a
cover
few
it with
years. It
something.
had to be at least 10 years.
Wow.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on the side
Side
of
of
that, what
Murray's,
building was
right?
that?
The auto parts store?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She had the
it's
whole
still
lake
there.
with all, no, they took it,
Oh,
no, it's
that
gone
one's
now.
down.
Oh, it's
yeah,
not there?
yeah, that
No, it's
one's
not.
no, it's not.
Recently, they painted over it.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
I
oh,
mean-
it's gone. But that lasted, like, I swear it's
Yes.
been 10 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it could last.
Yeah, I'm just
It
like,
could last. Maybe it depends on the materials that they use. I don't know anything about it.
but is the
I don't
mural
even do a paint by
something we're
numbers.
thinking can be done this year?
I mean, I think
Well,
it'd
we
be
were thinking
cool.
about unveiling it at the Cornrows was the original idea. but-
I said, you're kind of running out of time. It's already
That's what I mean.
April.
We
And the
actually
students, particularly, the students are going to be out of
Yes.
school in June, and we're not giving them much time to think about it and to actually come look. I mean, they might have an idea, but it's also different, the idea of painting something on a wall. It's one thing when you're painting something on a, sure, as
Oh, yeah.
compared to a big, big building and putting it, proportion-wise to make sure everything's correct. I just don't know it's going to be enough lead time for this year. To tell you the truth, with school out in June, I really don't.
Yeah, I
city
agree.
artist, they can do it.
Do we
think
want
so?
to just stick to kids, or
I think it should be open to the
anybody,
colleges, or,
anybody
yeah, I
in the
don't-
village?
I think it'd be open to anybody.
I don't think
Really,
it
if we're doing
necessarily-
a theme for a mural and submit your ideas to the village and
Yeah, just say high
whoever.
school and up.
Yeah, I would say
High school
that.
and up.
Yeah, high school and up, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll
Do you have a
decide.
volunteer for a chair for this event?
You notice we're all looking at you.
I know. That's how you get something.
Well, I think
Okay,
that
let's just keep talking
it would
about it.
have to be for next year.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
talk, and when we go to
And
the park.
let's revisit it. We
when
can all
when we go to
think
the park
about
for
it,
the
and then we can
walk through,
revisit it.
Let's look at that wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll give us a little more, so we can get some
Totally.
scale.
Yeah, measurements.
And just to give ourselves an idea of what are we really asking
Yeah,
people
yeah.
to do.
You know, the
And
whole
what- I mean,
wall,
the theme.
portion of the wall.
Yeah, what are we
Theme,
gonna?
are we?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I
there's a lot of
might
questions.
be able to
you're
get
right.
Val to,
There's a lot
she
of
loves
questions.
art. I might be able to get her to run the whole thing. Val can. I grew up with Val.
Oh, I know her. Yeah.
Yeah. We've drank many.
Yes. Well, you can't give me one name. I barely remember my name.
He knows a lot of Vales, so
No,
that's what
I
he's
don't-
trying to tell you.
I don't remember name. I'm terrible with names.
Okay, I think that's a great idea.
High school and up is a good idea.
Yeah,
Buddy, yeah.
I like that idea. All right, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I'm glad you brought it up. I was curious about that.
I guess we're on to holiday decorating contest. Nothing new.
Nothing new. All we gotta do is just set dates.
Did we finalize the categories, or did we still have to do that too? I
don't recall if we did or not. I know we discussed replacing the category. The new category for winter was, instead of like just a winter theme, it's actually snow creations that you make as part of your decorations. I don't know if we finalized it. I think we just discussed it and generally agreed, like, yeah, that's a good idea. But I don't know if we ever stamped it. We can always cover that in the next meeting. It's so far.
I think we have to wait quite a few months on that.
Yeah, we can cover it next meeting. We can even cover it in August, you know, but that was it. I think the big concern with that was just getting a general idea, and then we can just revisit it whenever.
Snacks with Santa.
Santa's confirmed.
Okay. That's what we were.
Is it
Letters to Santa, that's all good.
Is it the same Santa from this
Yeah,
past one?
yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And the letters will still go to the North Pole?
Yes, let's go in there.
Okay, let's move on to Veterans Memorial Subcommittee.
We're meeting tomorrow for the first time this year. And this past weekend, Ron and Fred went out and did some clean up a little bit and did a little prep work out there. So it's looking nice.
Any new bricks or?
We actually got an order this past weekend. We got a few orders in lately. So
Anything new on Armenia Park?
the balance logs have been pulled and prepped to put in the swing set. Not sure when the swings are going to be put in, but it's happening.
Anything new on the Clara Miller Park?
Bids are due at the end of this, sometime at the end, close to the end of this month.
Okay.
So we'll find out in May, council will at least, and then work from there and see what those numbers look like and start getting some dates on when we'll actually do the work.
And we sort of talked about the tennis courts, pickleball, that's looking into with Powell, the engineer. Anything new on the BMX bike track?
I'd recommend that when we do the walkthrough, we kind of take a look at that so we can kind of get a feel for ourselves of do we think this would work, and then we can request a more formal numbers from our engineer. Again, it's mostly just moving dirt around, so it shouldn't be too costly. But, yeah. If anybody does BMX, they can bring out their bike and.
And we were going to
give us a
discuss
tutorial.
about science too, right? Whether it's
Yeah, that's a good idea.
kids or,
Yeah. Electric vehicles or whatever, that was the RCs.
liaison reports, planning commission.
Yeah, we did have a March meeting. Our main agenda item was the property at 2355 South Commerce, the one right on the curve there that's been vacant.
yeah.
They proposed still doing a gas station convenience store there with a lot of modifications to their original plan. We told them that was not going to happen. All the fundamental reasons why we rejected it in the first place were still there. So then he said he's having trouble selling it zoned office the way it is, which is what it was when he bought it. But the planning commission did say we'd go away and look at possibly rezoning that to multi-use. which would open up other options for a buyer to put different types of businesses in there. So that's what we're going to do, starting in April.
It's topped up so much higher than what it sold for back in, 2022, 2021? Didn't it sell for like $250 then, and now it's up for like $499, $599?
Yeah,
Inflation.
and he's wondering why nobody's interested. Yeah.
He bought it for a great price. I mean, he's like gonna quadruple his money. What would you put in there? Like a,
Well, he had
breakfast
mentioned like a
spot
pizza
or a-
place, or somebody had approached him, right?
He was talking about the meeting was, they had a great meeting. Yeah, I mean, a lot of credit to the planning commission. It was a really good back and forth and everything else, and trying to figure out something to accommodate both sides.
Sure.
Because it's a really uncomfortable situation right now. But I really said like smoke shop and as a possibility, which
No,
you may not want, but at least there's not the environmental concerns and
fair, but
everything else. And
Well, it has to be something that's not real high traffic
Yeah.
due to the location is the main concern.
the flower shop one that people were throwing out there, it's like, oh, that'd be great. Have a little place you go to or something like that, but
But right now, it's just zoned office, so that's
Yeah,
all you could
so
really
you
put is an
can't-
office use
yeah.
in there. And so, yeah, we are looking to probably rezone it multi-use.
it's good to know.
a few more options.
Drop that price now.
Because they did say they had the pizza place inquire,
Yeah.
but that fell through.
Right, because it was still
It's
zoned
still
office.
zoned, yeah,
Yeah,
so
he
it
wasn't
could-
confident he could
They're kind of saying,
rezone.
because it is, they were saying, you guys, I remember your discussion, you're saying it was take almost a year, just by the nature of things, to actually get the rezoning done. So it does take time, but at least they would be able to say, if the wheels are in motion, hey, this is being rezoned.
Yeah,
So that might help them.
yeah.
Yeah, because we would like to see it sold and
Yeah.
used and have a viable business in there. So that's it for planning.
Okay, cool. Council liaison, Mark?
Met last week. We approved some payment, a partial payment for the Wolverine Drive Penny Lake ditch enclosure. That is proceeding. It is moving slowly but carefully, which is actually really important because they've encountered some things they did not expect, like a water line where it shouldn't have been. So had they been moving quickly, they would have hit it. So we're grateful that they did not do that because they've been really careful as they're cutting into the ditch, just taking off little layers at a time rather than just driving it in there. It's because they are fully aware there's a lot of important things running underneath all that. So we've been lucky there. It's moving along, and the first half is essentially completed. It's been at Pinecrest, the Adrian to Pinecrest section has been enclosed. They're doing restoration, and then a landscaper will be coming in to actually do the real finishing work, not having ditch guys do it, so it will look nice. And then the paving of the drive and the roadways will also be done at the end of the entire project. In case you weren't aware, we are not doing, but the Eagle is requiring that the culvert on Commerce Road, where the bridge is over here, where the electrical sign, be replaced this summer. So they might be able to do that faster than expected. Commerce might be able to, or whoever's the road commission, whoever's going to do that. If they go with their own people rather than contracting it out, we'll see. Because right now, it was going to be done pretty much the day after, or starting right after Tiki Night, and then getting it done right before school started. So it was going to be a tight window. But apparently, if they go this other route, they might be able to get it done in like a week. So versus 3 months. So you just kind of scratch your head. I still wasn't quite sure how that's possible, but I'll take it if it ends up being the case. In case you guys didn't see on McCoy, they did replace those culverts. McCoy will be getting paved. Part of that money will be from the village's tri-party funds. So we're all participating in that, so that will get done. We updated our Act 51 street map because parts of Ladd Road were appearing where they shouldn't and didn't appear at all. And if you don't get that updated, then you lose your Act 51 funding, which is important. And so every year they come to you, they say, hey, this is what's wrong. You have to correct it. And so we did do that. But yeah, there was a section of Ladd that, well, it no longer exists because they kind of turned it into that curve at the end there of near Lakeview, and where they intersect. So yeah, that was done. It's always something to do. And then we looks like we've come to an agreement with the Fraternal Order of Police. lease. So council approved the contract there, and that should be going forward. And we also approved a gaming license for the Lakes, well, we didn't approve the gaming license, but we acknowledged Lakes Area Youth Assistance as a nonprofit, so they can pursue a gaming license for their stuff at the Taste of the Lakes.
I like Taste of the Lakes.
Isn't that fun? Yeah. And then we had some visitors, or some, I should say visitors, we had some calls to public of things. The Walled Lakes Chief of Operations came in, the school district's, Walled Lake Consolidated School District's Chief of Operations came in to speak about the upcoming vote on May 7th about the new mill. It would actually be a decrease in the mills by .08, which is not a ton, but how often do you actually have a reduction? And in fact, Walled Lake is one of the lowest in the Oakland County area. Reallocating funds to different areas that are growing versus shrinking, because it is a shrinking school district. They do declining enrollment. They will be closing one middle school is the plan. They will be adding to their adult transition program and relocating that to a different facility to support that, because that is growing. And then they would close the administration building, I understand, if I heard it correctly, and the Sun Center would be closed, which is for real little kids, and they would be moving that to a new site, and then also rebuilding Wixom Elementary at a new site that is already owned. The site is, while also updating security, fiber optics, and things like that. So, yeah. Oh, and then Benstein Water Main. In case you guys haven't heard, that's still been going on.
with that?
So, yeah, that's been happening for a year plus. The end is in sight. Plumbing work to connect should be done in the next couple weeks, and then they would have restoration. So, bank on 2025, as far as I'm concerned. But we'll see. But hopefully they're almost done. Oh, and we are getting the electrical sign replaced. Or they're going to come in with a flatbed, put it on a flatbed, take it away. The whole thing is actually one big piece. The only thing that survived is the electrical, the lights and stuff, so they'll be having to put that in a new, they're going to construct a new sign and then put it in there. That is being covered by insurance through the MML, and then the person who ran into it. So.
Oh, we know who that was?
They did file an accident report and everything that morning when they hit it. So it was just, they slid.
Yeah, it was really icy, I heard.
Just vicious, apparently, and that does get nasty, when, just at those right moments. So, yeah.
Okay, Laura from Commerce Park and Rec said she wasn't coming, and there is no news from Commerce Parks and Rec. Any comments from board members?
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot. We did approve a new table at the council meeting.
I forgot.
So it will have 12 seats instead of the 10 that we have now. It'll be a little more modernized. It'll have some things for modern technology, should we need it, and all those kinds of things. There will be a new desk for our recording secretary and a storage cabinet for the sound equipment that is over on that desk right now. So we will be getting a little more modernized and a little fancier. And it'll be done by a local company, the same company that we got the chairs from. And they should have it done in 6 to 8 weeks. So yeah, we still have enough people. So if we get another board member, we can have them.
Yeah.
And we'll have a spot for them rather than having them just sit somewhere randomly.
Any comments from board members? No.
Welcome aboard, Natalie. It's only been 5 months. So we'll get you guys all on here.
Well, motion we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.